All right, everybody, welcome into some GLEC Rocket League action. I am Mike Terrific, and I am joined by,
Thamos, aka Thomas.
and Thomas has been doing some great work for us on Gold Team, but today you're not in action. You're getting a little bit of a
Yeah.
break here.
Oh yeah. We are getting a little bit of a break as we.
Um, Today Valpo is going to be facing off against Baldwin, a team that I don't think we've played ever before. So
I've heard they're good. I don't know what all that entails, but I've heard they're good.
yes,
Um, that
uh,
might this might be a little rough, but I think it'll be good. I just kind of some things I'm looking for is not panicking. On defense especially because that's stuff that I've been seeing from Valpo Brown, who's going to be playing here, even though it's like Valpo in general.
right.
Um, and especially when they're going up against better competition, they tend to double commit. They tend to play too fast, and so they overcommit on defense, which leads to a lot of really easy goals, which might be a little bit of an issue, but we'll kind of see what happens here as we're currently waiting on some others to join the game, join the lobby. So
Yeah, with these things, you never know. Sometimes they're in there, they're ready to go. Other times,
yeah,
takes a minute. I know we had a little bit of a scheduling mix-up. Thought this might have been at noon, but actually going to be at 11:30 here. So we got guys rushing over. You rushed over a little
oh
bit
yeah,
here.
oh yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think it should be a good, exciting game. I
Oh
know
yeah.
you guys had some games last night too. How did those end up going?
As far as I know, for me, for Valpo Gold, we went 3-1 in the first game, and I think the other players have joined actually. Um, so
Okay.
yeah,
Yep, I see him hopping in here, so it should just be one
uh,
second before we get into some actual gameplay.
yep,
So definitely
oh
excited
yeah.
for that.
And then uh, yeah, so just kind of waiting. Everybody's getting ready. But some teams need a little bit of time still, so. There's not really much to say. I mean, I think we're just waiting on the game to start here.
For sure, yeah. I always love, I don't know, is there any preference? I see we have the orange side and the blue side. Is that a debate among the community there at all? Or?
Not really. I mean, there are some designs that this is like me, but there are some designs that I like on the blue side. There's some designs I like on the orange side. Like, and it's just different cars. So it balances out. As I think our opponents are ready and Valpo is ready, and we are gonna get started here. Game one of a best of five. This is always a feeler, Mike, because you're feeling everybody out. You're gonna see how the other team plays, and it's like, what are the tendencies? What is the rotation like on offense, defense?
Yeah, and
Um,
Baldwin picking up a demo right off the bat, kind of showing Valpo the pace that they want to play at.
and Oblivious will hit that down to Master 7, going for a little touch. It's not bad, as it does give a little misdirection, as Colross will be up for this. Over to Oblivious, who I think that might have been a little too far.
Valpo getting some good pressure, some good chances, keeping it up here by Baldwin's net. Kolak's going to center it for Obliviex, but Baldwin is there to clean it up.
Valpo's not looking too bad so far, but it is the first 40 seconds of the game, and that's not really indicative of much, as Master 7 will try and handle this. Oblivious, what a save from him.
Oh,
So that is a little close for even my liking. It's 2 go. Master 7's going to be a little awkward, makes 2 miss, as he'll be on 0 carrying this one out. Takes a 50-50, which is always good to be one of the 0 miss.
that was some really nervy moments back there for Valpo. Baldwin hitting the crossbar twice. I cannot believe it did not go in. Great defense.
Yeah, that surprised me as well, actually. But, I mean, we've gotten fortunate so far. Let's hope that we can kind of make something happen here. As Master said, we'll hit it around. Detonic with a save. And he'll go back mid, which Shady will clean that up, and Oblivious is back to corral this ball.
Yeah, still 0-0 here. Ooh, good chance there for Oblivix, and that's Master Seb opening the scoring
Let's
for
go.
Valpo.
Let's go. Just Oblivix booms it downfield, and Master 7 with the easy cleanup. Booming it backward can be good actually because it can make the opponents, the defenders, a little awkward, and they may not know how to read it, especially if they were all in net like they were there. But Shady with a quick shot, and that is going to be a goal. Quick kickoff goal. It's always unfortunate Colrocks with a little bit of, I don't even want to call that a mischeat, but it was just, you know, something was off there.
Yeah, Valpo's lead not lasting long at all. Coming off kickoff is not what you want to see. I know that's something you work on a lot, talk about, is on kickoff. And ooh, Oblivic's going to have another nice chance there.
But that is there. Colrocks rushing back to kind of collect that. And Master Set will be up, and hopefully we'll be able to clear this down. As he makes one miss, the tonic pops it high. Oblivic's trying to read this for the double, not quite there. And then Master Set will be back on defense to kind of collect that.
Yeah, overall, you know, these teams seeming pretty evenly matched so far. About halfway through this game, tied up 1-1, so we'll see if somebody can break this deadlock.
Colrocks going for the double touch. Oh, barely misses it. That was close. Valpo's had some good chances, but so has forgot who. Baldwin. There we go. Forgot
Yes.
who we were playing for about a solid 2 seconds there. But we're all good as Colrocks will try and get it collected 50. Baldwin should be able to clean that up. Oh, and it's Shady. Shady kind of going to work here.
Yeah, Shady again with the second goal of this match, giving Baldwin a 2-1 lead. Valpo just not quite able to make that save. Just a little bit awkward there, it seemed like.
Yeah, it was. I think perhaps Oblivix might have expected Colrocks to make better contact there, and thus it was a little unexpected. As we see a little bit of a team pinch going on, Oblivix up to read that, but he will end up with 0. Master 7 will boom this back in. Trying to read this off the backboard, but yeah, it was close.
Almost directs that on that, but Baldwin getting some good chances there. I mean, it seems like both teams could have scored more goals than they have so far.
Oh, absolutely. I 100% agree with that, as that is going to be a demo coming out for Baldwin. As something interesting that I've been seeing lately in competitive Rocket League is these new ways of using demos where you have someone on the ball and you have a defender coming back, and then that defender would demo or would blow up the guy on the ball, which relieves pressure and allows you to set up your own counterattacks of your own. As there's Oblivix dodging a demo, Master Sev will be picking this one up here. As Master Sev setting up Colrocks, but just there was a defender there, so not quite there.
Yeah, we're getting under a minute here. I really want Valpo to start playing more aggressively, and they're going to need this goal here pretty quickly.
Absolutely. Shady will be able to get that one out for the time being. Oblivix will be there to kind of recenter that. And we see Oblivix turn, jump up, and unfortunately he will miss.
Master Seb taking it in, but Boykhead's gonna clear it a little bit. Colrocks looking to center it again, and it's gonna head back towards Valpo's goal. Just 15 seconds left in this one.
And Master Seb up forward with the save, and we need some 0-second heroics here. Is when I'm smelling some 0-second heroics. As Oblivix misses that. Right, Colrocks will try and keep it up, and that will drop in favor of Baldwin. So that's game 1, 2-1 to Baldwin.
Yeah, overall positive, you know, for Valpo coming in, not really warmed up, thinking this was a tougher team, so just keep it 2-1 and really a game that we could have won there.
Oh, absolutely. This team is very much so beatable. I didn't really have any critiques for him. It's just kind of, you know, some, you know, a kickoff goal and some unfortunate happenings.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, you know, we saw the kickoff goal coming so quick. I mean, we held the lead for just a few seconds there in that
Yeah,
game. So,
yeah, absolutely.
but I mean, overall good. Like you said, not too much they can do. Just, you know, cleaning little things up here and there as we are into the second game of the day.
And Shady will go in for win. Kind of just some early pressure from Baldwin as Shady with, that was a pretty good read.
Yeah, it seems like a tough angle there too.
Yeah, right off the corner. Definitely not the easiest thing to score. So, I guess we have Shady picking this one up. He did score quite a few goals in uh, the first game.
Yeah, and Shady's definitely the player to watch if you're Valpo. You kind of got to lock him down, make sure he's not getting those chances, and make sure you're getting some of your own as we got, you know, some decent pressure keeping the ball in Baldwin's half.
Yeah, Shady's already upfield. You see him grabbing a boost. And both Valpo's boosts have been stolen here. Is that resulted in a decent chance for Baldwin, but they weren't quite able to put it away. As Oblivious and Clorox combine their efforts to pull this one out.
Definitely seems like Valpo's on the back foot a little bit here, you know, constantly having to clear to deal with these balls like that, you know, kind of right up in front of their goal.
I think there was a little bit of miscommunication between Clorox and Master Seb, and they had to get an offensive drive set up, but just not quite able to get that one to work as we see Shady kind of seeming, you know, being a good offensive player for Baldwin here, as the Tonic will boom this one back in, but read by Oblivious.
Oh, really good chance there. Master Seb narrowly missing the goal.
That was really close. And I think if Valpo puts up some good pressure, I think they can win this game too. But they need to get off the back foot.
Yeah. Master's.
That was close. Tonic will keep this in the offensive half, but Oblivious will try and air dribble this one out. But it was in fact red.
Both teams getting a lot of good chances here early on. Just not quite able to hit the net as Master Seb looks to clear it a little bit. Master Seb has kind of been on both ends of the field here. We're seeing him get saves, get shots.
Yeah.
He's been everywhere.
Absolutely, and he's the player that's the life of this team, really. And Shady with a missed double touch. But I want to talk about Master Seb a little bit. He, as I said, he's the life of this team, and he, you know, whenever they score a goal, he's always the one popping off, you know, like giving the team some good vibes. And I think that's important in gaming as well, just as a whole, as the team environment, which I think is something that can really propel Valpo to take this one here.
100%. Master Seb always about that energy, that positive mentality. And, you know, they're doing a pretty good job here, holding them only to one goal. It's been another low-scoring game so far.
Absolutely. As Master Seb trying to shoot, the Tonic will have the easy cleanup. With the Falcons Dominus decal, they'll try and look for a corner boost to steal, but not quite there. As Clorox will try and take this one to the corner, but demoed by Shady. Like I was talking about with those demos when someone's on the ball, and, you know, especially in other defenses, Oblivious. Trying to take this one out. Beats two. Master Seb trying to retreat back as he'll miss this one off the wall.
Yeah, Valpo can't quite connect, getting some good chances. Ooh, and there's a save from Oblivious. That's a good chance for Baldwin as well.
Yeah, as we see Oblivious trying to steal some boost. Master Seb with the shot. What a save by Shady, but Clorox is up. Another save by Shady again.
Oh my goodness.
He is doing it all. On the offensive field, on the defensive side, not the offensive field, it's the same field.
I don't know how that last chance did not go in for Valpo.
And Shady will be able to clean that one up. That's really unfortunate. This is the man that's been doing it all. Rocking with the old energy banner. He's here and he's ready to show up on the offensive and defensive sides of the pitch.
Yeah, that is a really tough turn of events for Valpo. You know, you got so close, such a great chance, could have tied it up, and then boom, there's Shady immediately down 2-0.
Right. And we see the Detonic. He's got one. He's got the double. Whoa, what a read. That was... This was just... This is, you know, we're talking double tap training pack levels of, you know, this just looked routine for him. I mean, he just had that shot on lock, and once when he had that set up, I could tell that was coming, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, very clean, and at this level, definitely not going to miss a chance like that. You know, Baldwin
Absolutely.
really opening up this game, and that's
unfortunate.
the floodgates are just open now. Like,
oh yeah. So Shady booming the ball downfield. Oblivious and Master Sep caught it too much, and they both had to try and get up there. So 44 seconds, 4 goals. Probably going to be pretty difficult, if not borderline impossible. I mean, it's Rocket League, anything can happen. I've seen cutbacks that have happened at 2-4 with 1 second left. Don't ask how that happened, but...
Yeah, we could definitely see some interesting things in the final seconds, but more than likely, Valpo's, you know, starting to turn, starting to look towards Game 3 and think about how they can kind of clean up that defense.
Absolutely. And, you know, really, what do you say towards Game 3? I mean, it's just, there wasn't much wrong until kind of just momentum shifted, and you started to see Valpo get some aggression going, and once when they did, they just kind of threw everything, and they started overcommit, which is fine, because they did need to score quite a few goals early on. But that double touch from Detonic, I think that's really what shifted the momentum for Baldwin.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look at the stats here that we're seeing, you know, we had 11 shots on goal and they only had 9, you know, so you're thinking if things go, you know, a little differently, if you get, you know, a little foot that way, maybe the ball goes in, it could have been a whole different ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting too because, you know, you said 11 shots versus their 9, and they weren't able to convert on more of their chances. You know, it's about shots, but it's also about efficiency with those, you know. You have a certain amount of pressure, but, you know, to what end? And this is a problem, especially in RLCS with G2 in particular, who I think of where they're really aggressive and they put a lot of shots on, but sometimes that can be their detriment defensively. So, Game 3, all we can hope for is really that Valpo turns things around, as Oblivious will try and hit this one in. Korox missing that one, although barely, as Oblivious trying to collect this one. Fakes out one, and Korox trying to lead this charge for Valpo's offense.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the offense is less of a problem. It seems like they've been a little bit unlucky on this side of the ball. I think where they really have to clean it up is, you know, on defense, being more coordinated, making sure you're there to get saves.
As I said before the game, too, I think it's about panicking on defenses. There's Korox finally putting one in for Valpo. Here we go.
Valpo with their first lead of the game since the first game of the day.
Absolutely, and momentum is a big thing in Rocket League. So getting that early goal, this is huge. This is huge for Valpo. As we're going into another kickoff. 40 seconds into the game, Master Sep will get a 50-50, and he'll keep going forward as Detonic will try and collect this one out from the corner. Master Sep racing back, hitting into the corner. The corners are always a safe spot in Rocket League where, especially if you're on defense, you're always trying to get into your corner because it's really difficult to score from there. As Oblivious, he's a little awkward from what I can tell, so he's trying to keep that in. Stall time for his team as Shady is on the ball. Ross with a save. Master Sep popping it up high. And Oblivious will get a 50-50 out. Korox will have to collect into his defensive path.
Yeah, I mean, so far definitely very happy with the way Valpo has performed. Oh, don't want to jinx it there as Detonics looks to have one on goal, but, you know, doing much better keeping Baldwin out of the net for the first minute 40 here so far.
That's a bad. Those are some bad rough back reads. some of these are not easy. Even the pros miss them, but it's rough. Yeah, there's not much to really say about that goal. Like,
Yeah, the Tonics again tapping it in, but it's still only 1-1. And okay, it's
there's
2-1.
a kickoff goal. Another kickoff goal. In game 1, we saw a kickoff goal in favor of Baldwin. In this game, we see a kickoff goal in favor of Oblivious. And so, kickoff goals, it's a thing that happens in Rocket League, right?
Yeah, I mean, just tapping it off the ceiling, that was pretty nice. I do like Oblivious's little animation there as he freezes over.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, the goal explosion. It's the new Season 9 Rocket Pass, I believe. Anyhow, Master Seb trying to, in a foot race with Shady, and Shady will be able to take this one off of the backboard as Colrock's hitting it up high. Master Seb dropping it down, and Detonic is up for this. Some close read, and 2 go for Baldwin. Maybe we get some counter-attacking potential for Valpo, but it'll just roll right down to Detonic. Flying in that Dominus. Unfortunately not able, well, fortunately for Valpo, unfortunately for them, not trying to make, he couldn't really make contact with that area.
Yeah.
We see Koroks with a save. Wait. Some of the shots aren't falling for Baldwin as they were in the previous 2 games.
Valpo just desperately trying to hold on to this lead, save after save in the past minute here.
Yep, absolutely, as Master said, trying to get 50-50. Oblivious will try and follow. He's on 0. Oblivious with the redirect chance. Oh, what a try from Oblivious.
That could have been incredible if it had gone in there.
Absolutely. As we see Shady, he's missed it. Shady's on 0. As he'll try and get some boost. Koroks with the boost steal, and Oblivious again with the shot.
There is Oblivious with his second goal of the day. Valpo moving up 3-1. We're going to see him here. Just redirecting it on that. Tonics not quite there.
Yeah, absolutely. Valpo's looked a little better in game 3. This is something that I think we really look forward to, is that, Valpo trying to convert some of these offensive chances. As Oblivious off the ceiling, trying to hit it down for Colroks, but unable to get there as Master Seb will be waiting back for what Shady has. And Master Seb will go off the wall, and Detonic should be able to corral that in as well.
I mean, the way the series has gone so far, you're feeling very good with the 3-1 lead. It hasn't been that high scoring, so now it's about locking it down and making sure you don't let Baldwin get too in.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see Koroks get bumped, actually. He was going to follow that up, but he did, in fact, get bumped. And it's Detonic off the corner to Voigt. But Koroks, what a save. Once again, we're locking it down on the defensive end, and we're converting some of our offensive chances. So, kind of the 2 things that we really wanted Valpo to look forward to. Now, as soon as I say that, things get a little hairy for Valpo on defense. But Detonic trying to read that one out. Shady with the dribble, unable to capitalize on that, as we see 2 up for Valpo, but Oblivious will be the one to clear this one out. As we'll be back and boom it up. Master Seb is up. Got a touch, just kept it in. Valpo's not trying to do too much offensively here. With 30 seconds left, you usually want to play a little safe so that you don't end up with a situation where you're 2-4 up and you're at 1 second and you're going to lose.
Yeah, I mean,
which actually did happen. And Oblivious will try to read that off the backboard as this will just be an open net for Master Seb. And he'll put that one in. The statement, the exclamation mark, some might call it, as Valpo takes game 3 here.
Nice little closing goal. Master Seb picking that one up, and I think did all of our players score in that game?
Yep. Koroks had an early one, and then Oblivious had 2 that were really set up Valpo really well, and then Master Seb with the one at the end. It's good to see. It's good to see our players. Starting to get some stuff together a little bit. Both on the offensive end and on the defensive end, which I think is big for Valpo.
Yeah, and I mean, you really like to see, like I said, that team effort kind of everyone getting involved, doing their part in that last game, and doing a lot better on defense. I think throughout this series, Valpo's done very well, aside from that one little, mishap flurry of goals from Baldwin in game two.
Yeah, absolutely. As we'll wait on game four. Um, all right, game four. We're in reverse sweep territory now, Mike. We need to reverse sweep this team in order to win, and I think Valpo can do it based on their efforts in game three. However, we do see 2 commit for that ball.
I mean, the reverse definitely possible. This is the big one. I mean, I think if you get it to game 5, it's really anything can happen. As Colrock's moving up, good pressure there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Blivix, it's smart to not commit for that. Because if he did, he might have gotten beat to that ball, and thus probably they got scored on. But Valpo's making smarter reads here, Mike. They're really making smarter reads as Master said to try and keep this one in.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it really is, about discipline, about knowing, when not to overcommit, when to make those plays.
Absolutely is. We see 2 up for Valpo. Colrock's needs to try and get back here in order to stop this attack. Shady with the shot, Colrock's there to collect. As we see 1 up for Baldwin, and Shady kind of trying to work around the side there, as that is not on. Oh, that is on. I didn't think that was in, Mike.
Colrock's squeezing it in there. We'll see here. It looks like it's going to go off the very outside and just...
I did not think that was in.
We'll say he did it on purpose, right?
Yeah.
Definitely right where we said.
Calculated. There's a reason the calculated quick chat exists in Rocket League. Master 7 will be moving this one down as Valpo's sitting on a 1-goal lead right now. And this is pretty big for him.
Yeah, I mean, that goal seems massive. We talked about how you're looking for the reverse and how big momentum is, and now you're starting off on a strong foot here in game 4.
And we see all 3 of their players are in Baldwin's defensive third, as that's going to be another goal for Colrock's, kind of cleaning up Master Seb's 50-50 here. It's actually a goal steal. That looked like it was already in.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been on, but instead, Colrock's picking up his second of this game, and
absolutely.
Man, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but things are certainly swinging Valpo's way.
There's a lot of Rocket League left, Mike. There's a lot of Rocket League left. 320, anything could happen.
I know, but these first 2 minutes, man, they're giving me hope here.
Yeah, they're giving me some hope too. I gotta be honest. Baldwin will try and hit it back in, and that'll be a goal for Shady. Kind of bringing it back, saying, hey, we're still up, 2-1 in the series. I'm still going to score, and I'm going to still do my thing on both sides of the pitch, and Shady really kind of moving through that.
Yeah, if you're a Baldwin fan, definitely what you want to see. Shady was kind of quiet last game, and now he picks up a goal once again.
Absolutely, and Oblivion's trying for another kickoff goal. Master 7, shot, but Shady clearing that up, as we're talking about, on both sides of the field. Oblivion's with the demo, and the save. What a save that is from him. This Master 7 will try and get a shot on, get something minor as Blivix.
Oh,
let's go.
Oh, Blivix. What a shot, man. Take a look at this replay.
Yeah, so really he's just cleaning up a little bit of a defensive misplay from Baldwin, as Master Seb trying to get a little soft shot, just peppering the net a little bit, and Oblivix cleaning up rebound as he's up for this again with the dunk on one of Baldwin's players. I don't remember who that was. His Colrock's are trying to get a 50-50 in the corner. Oblivix is up, and Master Seb will need to get this one out, and he does so successfully.
Yeah, Oblivix playing really well on both ends of the ball. He's kind of been the silent piece of the team, just picking up the little pieces that make this team work.
Yeah, absolutely. And, while we talked about Master Seb being that team, and, like, life of the team, I'm also looking for Oblivix to really pop off, and, know, he's been a little quiet, I think last semester especially. Then again, I didn't watch many of Valpo Brown's games, but from what I can tell, he was relatively quiet from the few ones I did. As he'll be leading the charge for Valpo, trying to drop that one down for Clorox, but not quite there. It's Master Seb with the shot, and that's just going to be a top right.
Oh boy, Valpo now with a 4-1 lead, looking very dominant here in game number 4. Master Seb just squeezing it in the upper corner.
Yeah, absolutely. This is looking pretty good for Valpo right now. It ain't over until it's over, but things are looking pretty up. I'm not calling anything yet, and Shady's still on the ball, and he's still in the game, and he saw what we can do, especially in games 1 and 2, as, oh my,
wow,
that is rough for Baldwin. So let's look at this here. So Oblivious beats Shady, that's fine, and then one backflip and one miss. That's rough for Baldwin.
Yeah, you cannot miss those kind of clears if you are Baldwin, and now they are down 5-1. Valpo really opening up the score.
Yeah, absolutely. Is Oblivious waiting on Master 7, waiting on some of these touches a little bit. He's been the player so far with 487 points. And Clorox with the good aerial there. Master 7's just gonna clean that one up. This is what I was talking about when I talked about hitting it backboard, where you hit it backboard, you make some miss, make some awkward, and you result in some really easy cleanups and open nets for Valpo.
100%, you know, very easy for Master Seb to just tap that in. 6-1. Ooh, this is, you know, definitely going to be mentally tough on Baldwin to try to come back here.
Yeah, absolutely. As part of when reverse sweeps happen, our common is Shady's going to put one in here. You know, disallowing the Brazil, which is 7-1. For those of you that are unfamiliar with soccer lore, this is when Germany scored 7 goals against Brazil's 1 in the 2014 World Cup. So that's a little bit of soccer lore there. I bet you guys weren't experienced.
The infamous scoreline, right?
Yeah, it's
oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, even besides, you know, preventing the Brazil, although they're probably not gonna come back here, you know, getting that one for Shady, it has to build up a little bit of confidence, you know, have them thinking, okay, maybe game 5 we can get a little bit more.
As Master Seb's gonna slot the 7th one, just kind of behind the defenders. Just a good shot, good placement.
That's gonna be the hat trick for Seb as well.
Yeah, 3 goals. This is really important. This is a really important game for Valpo. And you maybe start to think, maybe we can do this.
Yeah, Oblivious looking for the 8th there. Ooh, we are really looking for the 8th now in these final seconds, but
absolutely.
Looks like it's just gonna drop down, and we are going to pick up game number 4. So
game 5. This is very important. You know, some nerves probably will be tested. As you know, this is the last game in the series, and this is really important for Valpo to kind of try and work here.
Yeah, I mean, I always say, you know, game 5, it's an open slate. You know, it's 2-2. Nothing that happened really matters anymore. It's just this game, this one game here. As
some, you know, casters say, you know, it's all in the next 5 minutes. You know, everything is led up to the next 5 minutes. And as we see Baldwin taking some time kind of talking things over, it was a rough game for him as Valpo put on 7. And so this is going to be interesting to see how this you know really turns out here. Yeah, I mean, if you give up 7 goals, always going to be a lot to talk about, and they take their full minute there in between matches, and taking a little bit of taking 5-minute timeout. Okay, so this is okay. So we are gonna, so we see Baldwin taking a tactical timeout, and we might, oh boy, so this is, yeah, so they're gonna remake, I don't quite know what's happening, I'm not versed in GLEC rules, so yeah, we're gonna need to leave the match, Mike.
Yeah.
So they're taking their tactical timeout, and it's at this point where I start to talk about the importance of tactical timeouts. This is a point where, after a certain amount of games, you know, the mental's kind of not looking good, and you may need to reset with that. So.
Yeah, I mean, esports really is just such a mental game, you know?
Absolutely.
You start to lose a little bit, and I mean, it really is all in, how you're thinking about the game, if you're thinking about all these mistakes you made, how down you are, it just kind of snowballs and spirals. So these timeouts are really important to, kind of pause, forget everything that happened and recenter yourself. So that's what Baldwin's doing, and Valpo's gonna have an opportunity too to talk about, hey, I know things went well, but they're probably gonna switch things up. So what else can we do too?
Yeah. And we, I haven't really so a little bit of Rocket League Championship Series lore. Tactical timeouts are only allowed in best of sevens, and so seeing a best of 5 for me is kind of strange, because there's just like so little time,
Yeah.
for so much to discuss and for so much to happen, and it's gonna be a little rough. But game 5, here we go, Mike.
This is it. 5 minutes to decide the winner. It is tied up 2-2. Valpo versus Baldwin. Baldwin just finished taking a tactical timeout, so let's see what they're gonna come out with.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see Oblivix pushing up, Master Seb's on the backboard. He'll be able to clear that one out, but right to Shady. But a dunk from Master Seb will prevent any offensive moves from Shady. And Master Seb will drop it back down to Korox. Korox is putting it in their defensive half. They're just, right now, they're just testing each other. Nothing too much is going on, as, you may not want to send all of your people forward.
Yeah, both teams definitely, trying to play a little bit safe. Nobody wants to give up this first goal because it can be such of a swing in this best of 5.
Yeah, we see Oblivious going for a pinch, trying to just keep it in there, keep it in the half right now. Keep it in the offensive half, get it out of our half. Master Seb will take a 50-50 at midfield. Shady with a little bit of a misplay, and that's going to be a clanger from Detonic. He's far down on the shot. No one really back for Valpo, no one really challenging, so he just has a free look and far down, top right.
Yeah, Tectonics just kind of swinging it right in there. Oblivix not quite able to make it back in time, so now Valpo is going to have to work from a deficit.
Absolutely. We see Detonic with not the best clear off the corner, but Shady will be able to clean that one up as he does beat Master Seb to it. That'll make things a little awkward as Oblivix will try and get this one back. Korox, Master Seb trying to get some offensive pressure going, but it's not quite working out. Valpo's going to have to recollect some boost here in order to get this back going.
Yeah, been unable to really get anything on target so far from Valpo.
Yeah, I think that Baldwin has really tightened up their midfield game. As Oblivix is gonna, tie the game up here. This is big. We see Korox making some moves. Really great pass from him, and Oblivix is just gonna capitalize on that.
Oblivix with the huge goal from Valpo, even though he gets demoed at the very end there, the ball is in the net, and we're all tied up once again.
Absolutely, and here he is on the kickoff, trying to go 50-50 in, but Thunder was in the right position as Tonic is going to dunk this one in the offensive half, but we see 2 up for Valpo. Orox is gonna have to stay back and, really make sure that they don't overcommit. As we see Obliviex with a shot, Shady's gonna be a little awkward as.
Oh, Valpo getting so close to goal there.
Yeah, absolutely. That was really close. And Master Seb with the top left.
Master Seb!
He's been rocking those corners, and we saw it in, I think, the previous game, and now we see it here. That was a fantastic shot to take the lead.
Yeah, sharpshooter right in the corner. Valpo up 2-1, and man, tensions have to be high as we are halfway through 5th game of this best of 5 series.
Absolutely, and we've seen some, final game heroics from various teams, professional and otherwise, as the game goes on. So, it's not over until it's over, Mike.
Korok's looking to push it forward even more here, but they are going to have to tighten up because you do not want Baldwin scoring against you again.
Absolutely, but here's Obliviex with a soft shot, and we're going to read that. And Shady's going to boom this one back in. Going to allow the rest of Baldwin to kind of get some boost and get back going, but Valpo is going to take this one back into Baldwin's defensive third.
Yeah, Valpo really putting on the pressure this past minute or so. It's been in Baldwin's half a lot.
Ross is up, trying to get the 50-50 to work in, but not quite there as Obliviex. Trying to get this one to work out as Tonic is there. And Shady with a little bit of a flick. Korok's reading that one well over to Obliviex. And so he'll try and go for the solo play. Gets a touch but gets bumped off, so that'll be left for the Tonic as no one is back for Valpo, and Korok's gonna be kind of the hero here, rushing back at the last minute. That was a good 50-50 for Master Set as well, keeping it in their half. We have a minute left, Mike, and anything can happen as Shady's trying to work in, Valpo's in their offensive half.
Valpo doing a really good job on defense here, kind of thwarting everything from Baldwin, but like you said, guys like Shady, guys like Master Seb, they can make a play out of anywhere.
Absolutely. And see Korok's a little bit of a pinch, but that's going to fall right to the Tonic as Master Seb will bring this one back in. So, if you're Valpo in the last 30 seconds, you're looking to play safe here. That's the biggest thing, as Master Seb patient on defense, and Korok's with the excellent save, and Obliviex with another save as well. That's a fantastic save from where the shot was coming from, as this will finally get cleared out.
Yep, don't overcommit. Just play it safe. Play it the way you know these final seconds. Obliviex going to clear it into their half, and I think
anything
this might
could happen,
hit.
Mike. He keeps it up. Shady over to the wall. The Tonic clears it to the other wall. Baldwin trying to really keep this up here, and Shady's gonna do just that.
Still in the air, looking for some heroics here. These guys are just keeping the ball up, but Korok's able to kill it, and there is Valpo.
With the reverse sweep too. That's crazy.
That was some incredible Rocket League we just
Yeah.
watched there. Very nervy game 5 as Valpo squeaks it out 2-1, and man, was that fun to watch.
I think Obliviex is the MVP of this series. He was putting goals in. He was really doing well. And he was really working on offense, and he was really working on defense, and he played really well today, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, we see on the score report here, he was the MVP of that last game with 448 points, a goal, and 2 saves. He really worked both ends, of the field, and like I said, he's just that cog in the machine, right? It really doesn't work without him there.
Yeah, absolutely. And we even saw Master Seb putting some in. This was an excellent series for Valpo, and this shows that even if you may be 0-2 down, you can still come back in this game. And Master Seb, Korok's, and Obliviex put on an excellent display.
Yeah, I mean, it was quite the show, and a reverse sweep. I mean, it doesn't get better than that, really. Although we said Oblivix, the MVP, really a team effort. I mean, I think all three made some great plays throughout the series. And
Absolutely.
yeah, so, I mean, incredible game for Valpo there. And, great to have the stream here, have you come in and,
Absolutely. As we see one of our players come in, Master Seb.
we got Master Seb here in the room.
Yeah.
You want to switch out for him and do a
Yeah.
little
Hold on, hold on.
post-game interview here? Yeah. So, Master Seb, aka Soren, aka the man, the myth, and the legend. Am I right? I mean, just talk to me a little bit about what's going through your head, down 2-0 and you guys are able to pull it back here.
Yeah, I mean, it was just our mentality, really, because of the situation we were put in getting out here. It just wasn't a very good attitude the first two games, but credit to my teammates, we stuck with it. We got through it, and we just realized, hey, we're clearly the better team, and as long as we fix our mental state and just be willing to go out there, give it everything. We also changed our tactics a little bit. We got a little more aggressive with the third ban, and I think that really caught them off guard. They weren't ready for our speed. They weren't ready for our pace, and once we woke up, once we warmed up, that was helpful. So yeah, they were. We could tell they were not happy that they lost that series.
Yeah, I mean, throwing a 2-0 lead, I don't think anyone would be happy, but I mean, kind of all came down to that game 5. I mean, 2-1. And they take that tactical timeout before, After seeing that, what is your approach for Game 5?
Yeah, it was kind of confusing at first because we were ready to start the game, and they didn't. They did tell us before the game started, but we had already readied up, so it's kind of confusing. But then we just sort of chilled out. We were like, we know we're the better team. We know what we were doing was correctly. If we just keep doing the same thing, then no matter what they do, we're still gonna come out on top. And yeah, we just had a few little defensive double commits here and there, but that can happen in a series. It happens in any game. So just being able to fight through it, make sure that everything was solid defensively, that was really helpful. And then we always look for our teammates when we look to break out. That was also part of the plan, to really catch them off guard, because they were not doing very well handling the backboard with our speed. We're very good. Xander's amazing in the air, so when he gets an opportunity, he's just on another level. And I don't know, maybe I should start waking up 5 minutes before game starts. My placement seems to be pretty good when that happens,
Yeah, I mean, Thomas and I were talking about it all game. A hat trick from you in Game 4, and you were kind of hitting those upper corners. I mean, is that something you've been working on?
I mean, it's something that I always try and do, and when you do get to higher level play, I'm sure all my teammates, Thomas knows this, that when you go up in the air, you're actually in your subconscious, you're thinking about, where do I have to place the ball? Like, where is the defender? I know where the defender is, and so at that point, I should be looking to, is he coming across the net? Then I look to play it behind him. Is he staying towards the back post? Then I'll play it towards the front. And then placing upper 90s, kind of luck, kind of skill, kind of, just trying to make something happen, But at the end of the day, it ended up being very successful, and I'm very happy that that's how it turned out.
Yeah, well, congratulations to you. Incredible performance from the entire Valpo team. Any closing shout-outs or thoughts here before we sign off?
No, I mean, just thank you to everyone out there supporting us. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you to my teammates, Xander and Cole, for showing up this morning a little bit earlier than we thought. Thank you to Anthony last night. You were amazing last night. Anthony was awesome in the NECC. He had to go work a late night shift at the hospital. He's a PA, so I know he had a pretty late one last night. So awesome work from all my teammates, all those guys, for showing up, showing out, and thank you to Coach Jeff for setting all this up for us, and thank you, Mike and Thomas, for broadcasting this game for us. We really appreciate you guys.
Of course, and thank you for joining me for this interview, and that's going to do it for our stream. Valpo picking up the 3-2 win, reverse sweep over Baldwin in the GLEC. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.